Welcome back to another episode. I'm trying to make a video game. If you haven't could tell already, it's a village simulator. Villagers are building things, gathering things, kind of like I don't want to say 2D, but a side-scrolling rim world type of simulation game. In the last episode, we got the stats showing for items and things like that. At least a lot of these things I'm doing are just like putting in place those things, not fully fleshed out. But in the last episode, at the end of it, I was kind of talking about doing a daytime nighttime cycle, and I think right now we'll just focus on the visual effect of it and not really the simulation part of it, because I don't really know what it will do. How it will work. But this is was one idea. But let's not do it that way. Let's try to use the Unity 2D lights. Now, in order to do the 2D lights, I believe we are going to need to add a package. So we go to the Windows and go Package Manager, and it's going to try to find some packages for us. And it's taking a while. Okay, so we got all these different things. What is this? Bring your projects to life with ease to use story creation features provided in the gameplay and storytelling feature set. That is kind of cool. Alright, so 3D world building. What is this? This stuff looks new. Create attractive 3D environment with the world building feature set. Create geometry. Oh, okay, that's cool. Alright, I have actually, I don't usually do 3D stuff, but I have played around with VR, making a VR game. And what I mean by play around, I just had like a 3D box, like nothing really anything. But let's see, we probably need to update some things, huh? But we are trying to find the rendering thingamajig. The universal render pipeline right here. So this, I think, is what we need. So let me install it. And while it's installing, I will pause the video. Alright, that is finished. Now let's see if I can remember how to do this. In our assets, let's create a new render. Let's just go down each one. Shader graph. No. But you could do different shaders. Shader collection. There should be a new like renderer. Unless they've changed it since then. Lighting settings, Custom render texture now. Of rendering. It's all the way at the bottom. Alright, so let's do this. 2D renderer. Okay, this is a little bit different. Okay. Sure. Yeah, we're just going to be fiddling around today in this episode of, I think we go to project settings, graphics. Let's see. I don't have any, so I need that. Create a new rendering. Universal. What's this and what's that? What are these? Alright, let's do that. Just, I don't want to bother changing the name. So we don't have one. Let me delete this. Oops. Delete. Delete. We'll get this. We'll figure this out. I think things have changed a little bit. Let's do that. Okay. All right, now we should have something. There we go. Changing this render pipeline asset may take a significant amount of time. Okay, let's continue. Okay, did it finish? I don't think it worked. Let's just create a light, a 2D global light. Okay. And let's just, in our interactables, let's just add a storehouse to the scene. Is this changing anything? No. Do we have game lighting? Alright, let's click on here. Sprite default. Not cool. Alright, hold on, let's just, what is that? Some kind of error. Couldn't open up file package. Alright, it's gonna be a fun episode of me trying to do this. Alright, let's click here. Let's say all. Nope, still not doing anything. Still not affecting the sprite at all. Does this get affected? Oh, that one does. So that's working, but the other one's not. So it is working, but no. Do I have to redo all this? Okay, hold on. Let me just see what sprite square. Let me click on it. Lit default. So I need to change the material to sprite lit default. If we go to, let me delete this. Let's go to the storehouse. Sprite lit default. Let's go to house sprite. Let's see if I can find this sprite. Okay, why can't I get that? Darn it. I knew I needed to do that. What if I remove this component and add the sprite renderer? There we go. And then I do the storehouse. Okay. Now let's put the storehouse into the scene. And let's see if it's affected. Yay! There you go. So that is pretty cool. Pretty cool. So this is nighttime, daytime. We could change the color. Kind of depending on what we want to do with our, and we could do like an animation with it. Add an animation to our global light here. Alright, let's just name this as the sun. Sunlight. Okay. And this is a global one. So now if you wanted to, let's just leave this for now. What I'm going to need to do is maybe I'll just pause the video and I need to change all of this. Change everything. Ah, that sucks. Alright, let me just, I wonder if there's like an auto. I was wondering if there's like a save assets, a way to like something you click and it automatically updates all of our assets. I'm not seeing it. Alright, well, let me just pause the video and I will go through and kind of start fixing some of these. I will be right back. Alright, I got all that now working. So if I hit play, you can see our stuff there. Let me click the sunlight and let's just change some of this. Okay, now you see the thing is our background, this background right here doesn't change, so we'll probably have to see how that all works. Now if let's say I added another light source, lights, just give it a 2D spotlight. And so if I play it, let's see what happens. I go to my 2D, my sunlight. Okay, that's that. Now if I go here, one of the things you have to do is target sorting. You click all. So here's our little light. If I move it around, you can kind of see it, you know, acts like a light. So I feel like they've added some things to this to make it look a little bit better. Let's see, radius, outer radius. You can do like something like that, inner radius. It kind of depends on how you want it to soften it or not, or whatnot. You know, maybe this was a lamp, so get more like a yellow tint maybe. And so like right here, there's a lamp. So as we were gathering things. Okay, that's kind of cool. Again, just really doing the visuals, not really working on the simulation, because the simulation could have like I don't know, what could it have? It could have a you know, the visibility of the workers, so that if they're working at night and they don't have light near them, you know, like on the farm, maybe you have to put a light next to the farm. I don't know, we'll see. But let's just get this daytime nighttime cycle working. So what we're going to do is go to our game manager. Maybe we'll do a private void day-night cycle. Okay. And maybe at the top here, we'll say used for the day-night cycle. Alright, so how do we want to do this? It's a good question. Let's just try to get to work. I say this all the time. Try to get to work first, and then, you know, make some adjustments as we get later down the road. So we want some kind of public, or it might not even be public, but private. Probably want this serializable. Serialized field, private, day timer. We'll just default to 0. Sorry, it's an int. Okay, and then we will do this, and we'll call this day max. All right. And so then we can serialize field, let's just call it private sunlight. Call it game object, I guess. Alright, so in here we're going to say day, night, cycle, plus equals to, sorry. Day timer is +1. If day timer is greater than or equal to day max, day timer is equal to 0. Alright, so this is setting that. Now we want to do good lord, how do we do this? Question is, how do I get to that light source? Using light, using Unity Engine, universal. How do we reference this light 2D? That is the question. I'm going to Google it real quick. Alright, I'm back, and this is how you get to the universal pipeline using UnityEngine.rendering.universal. And so then down here, we might want to change this to just the light 2D instead of the game object light 2D. And then down here, let's see, sunlight dot color is equal to new color 0, 0, 0, comma day timer. Let's see what that does. It's probably going to be kind of weird, but let's just see it. Let's go to our thing here. Update sunlight. So we'll say day nighttime cycle. Now what we can do is have it on different ticks. So kind of like what we do with the durability. We have its own kind of tick. Let's just see what this does. Let's go to our game manager. Let's add this sunlight and see what this does. I don't know why it's showing that. Alright, let's change the max timer to 100. See what that does. Let's go back to our color because we made it black. Let's make it fully lit. Okay, let's go back here. Day timer. Alright, so the timer is a, it's not a float. So, let's change it to a float. Let's make this a float. Make this a float. And then down here, we're going to say 0.1. The next is going to be 100. Okay. Oops. This is going to be 1. Okay, what's going on? Oh, what did I say? 100 here. Day max. And let's do a 0.001. Okay, we do not want to do the alpha. We don't want to change the alpha, we want to change the intensity. So we're not changing the color, we're not changing that, we're just changing the intensity of it. Let's see how that works. Oh, there we go. You've seen it coming to life. All right. Okay, so we got now. All right, so you see it went back to dark. So what we could do is also, did it get super bright? We could say the max. Anyways, we'll change it in here. How do we want to do this a little bit better? One thing we're going to need to do is we need to kind of cycle it. So we're going to just say a private bool is night. And we're going to say false. So we do if is night, we want to subtract. Okay. And yeah. If is night, hold on. Let's do all this like this. Control X, put this in here, and else let's put this here, and let's delete that. Let's do a plus. This is going to be if it's less than or equal to the negative of that max. So let's see what that does. Hold on. We're going to say is night is false. Let's see what that does. Hold on. This should be all. Okay. So it's starting to change. And we can see it in the inspector. Now it's going down. Now it's becoming dark again. Alright, so we want to do go back to the inspector. Let me go to my game manager, and so I'd say 2. Okay, so you can kind of see it working. And when it gets to 2, it should start going backwards. It does kind of take a while. If I speed up the simulation, it should go faster, right? Yeah. Is it? Yeah. Make it a little bit faster. Ooh, okay. Let me see my sunlight right now. We're in the negatives. We don't want that. This is not what we want. Alright, so we gotta kind of have a little bit more of a differentiation between the day and nighttime cycle and the intensity of the light. It's going back to morning now. Move this light over here. Let's just make it kind of bigger, maybe. Like that. Do the outer one a little bit bigger, like that. Okay. Ooh, cool. So we're getting there. How can I change? Go to my main camera. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to insert a 2D object. Just make it a square. We're going to just call it sky. And all this is going to do, and let's put it on the sorting layer of default, sure. And this is going to cover the whole screen. And we'll make it, yeah. Let's make it blue. Let's play it. Alright, so now the whole screen is black or dark. Alright, so that is kind of working. Now it's working, but it's not really working because your daytime should what if we change this to a spotlight? Okay, just thinking, just kind of thinking. And this spotlight would oh, can you do a cone? Darn it. I thought you could maybe freeform. Okay, how do you edit the shape? Can you go to this? Edit the shape. What if it was like a cone? Okay. Just thinking. And we moved it here. And let me edit that shape again. And do like that. And so then in our cone, if we rotate it, so it's no, that would look weird. Alright, forget it. Do all that stuff. Alright, okay. What we want to do, so this all works fine. When we get to but it's right here where we probably, alright, let's go down here. If sunlight dot intensity, we'll just hard code this as greater than 1. sunlight intensity is equal to 1. I know we could do clamping. Can't we just clamp this? Let's do math f.clamp, and we want the value, and we'll say 0,1. Let's see what that will do now. Okay, it's going. Speed things up a little bit. Alright, now you see how it's bright? But then, because it's clamping it to 1, but then it should, now it's going dark again. Okay. Now it's dark. And it should anytime now. I'm not seeing it change. What's going on? Oh, okay, so it feels a little bit longer. Nighttime feels a little bit longer. So I guess some tweaks we can add to it. First, we should never have it less than maybe 0.3 f. So that will always, so it'll never be like pitch black. See, no, it's not. And then it starts going. Let's make it a little bit faster. Alright, so now we're in the daytime. Now we're in nighttime. Maybe 3's. No, we could not instead of hardcoding, we could do this. A couple more things we could add. Let's say serialized field, private, float, mid sunlight, and serialized field, private, float, max sunlight. Serialized field, private, day, increase amount, 0.1. That should be a float. This will be a max will be 1, minimum will be a 0.1, f. Okay, and then instead of doing this, we'll say day increase amount, and this will be day max, day minimum, sunlight, mid sunlight, max sunlight. Okay, let's go here. So we change all those in our game manager. So the day max 2. Okay, so it should go a little bit faster now. Okay. Alright, there's probably some other tweaks we need to do, but that's it for now. So we got a little bit of a daytime nighttime cycle going. Again, thanks for watching. I will see you next time.